Hi, welcome to Mikey's Video Game Madness. Today we're playing Bloodrayne on the PlayStation 2. This is also available on the original Xbox. If you have a choice, I highly suggest you get it on the original Xbox. I personally like Bloodrayne more than the second one because it involves Nazis and it takes place during World War II versus the second one that takes place during modern times. Of course, the second one looks a lot better. But if you have a choice, get it on the Xbox because the graphics are a lot better. They're higher resolution. Sorry, let me restart it. It wasn't prepared for my long speech. But anyway, it's a fun game on either system. I think I got this for like $1, believe it or not, at the thrift store. I wish there was more places where I could get older games because I really would like to play more of these games that I remember, but I think the only place that has them are Play and Trade, and they basically charge, like, if you're collecting baseball cards, which is ridiculously expensive. When you go to Goodwill or like a thrift store, they don't know how much the games are worth, so they'll like make it cost as much as a regular DVD movie that's used. But anyway, yeah, I like this game a lot. At least from what I remember. I haven't gotten very far on it since I've rebought it. I was trying to see what the controls were. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Forgot what save file my thing was on. I guess this would be the most recent. I'm gonna have to figure out the controls, but you're used to that by now. If I remember correctly, there's a fair amount of physics damage on this. This is made by Terminal Reality, who unfortunately recently went out of business. They actually also made the Ghostbusters game on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Excuse me, I made the mistake of drinking a soda before I did my video, and I'm sure it sounds really gross, like up close and personal on the microphone. So basically you have this list of Nazi officers that are somehow involved with vampires that you actually have to eliminate. And I basically have two, it looks like MP40s, letting you know it's a World War II game. So those are your weapons. There should be oops, didn't mean to activate that. Alright, that does that, that does that, that does that, and that does that. Okay, I think I might have a fairly good idea of what to do, except activate this button. Bear with me. Don't want to shoot any more bullets. Guess it was attack. Maybe I was in position. So basically you play as a good vampire named Bloodrayne. And you have this spear that you can use to feed on people, like so. And if there's somebody that's behind you, actually can shoot while you're sucking their blood. Son of a bitch. 1 second. Sorry about that. As much as I tried to eliminate any kind of distractions, my dog just went nuts because somebody knocked on the door. And it kind of really pissed me off. And go lay down. Of course, she messed up my video, but hopefully I'll delete this. But that's why this is at the pause screen if you're watching it. I don't know why she's so antisocial when it comes to people. It almost looks sexual in a weird way. I know my mind's probably somewhere else when I see that, but that's what it looks like. The textures on the 360 version are a lot sharper, so like if you have the if you have any way to play the Xbox version, that's the way I would go. But the PlayStation version's perfectly playable. I probably already said that. So basically, you have to use the Nazis as health pickups. You actually can shoot them while you're sucking the blood. It looks cool at first, but it can get tiresome after you do it for the 500th time. This guy's just getting on my nerves. I keep on pushing blood rage. I just need blood. So there's an alarm I'm supposed to be turning off here. When you first start, you didn't have that spear, but it comes in handy. Unfortunately, when you use the spear, you can't shoot, as you may or may not see. Look at those lighting effects. But there's a fair amount of destruction in this game, which is pretty impressive for the PlayStation 2. It looks like something that needs to be turned on, apparently. I was going to say destroyed, but I would be wrong in saying that. I guess that's a nod to Indiana Jones, the Lost Ark, or the Ark of the Covenant. It's no longer lost, I just found it, so. Moving on. Man, the minute I start making a video, there's so much fucking commotion in this damn house. Matter of fact, let me close the door. This is really pissing me off. Anyway, moving forward, I apologize again. Totally fucked up my video. I don't know if you noticed, I'm probably not in the best mood today, which is always seems to be the days that I actually pick doing these videos. But what are you gonna do? Except bitch about it live via YouTube, even though these videos aren't really live. I'll probably do one or more of these. I'll probably do more than one of these videos. By the time I get to the third one, I'll be more cheered up. But you guys won't know that, because I'll probably spread them out. So I guess you gotta follow this arrow. It's like playing the game for the first time again. So there has to be a battery around here somewhere. Just doing a terrible job finding it. I don't think it's in the Ark of the Covenant. If you somehow missed Raiders of the Lost Ark, those were the remains of where the 10 Commandments were supposed to be. Or if you didn't go to church or whatever. They had some archaeologists on one of the educational channels that seems to show more and more of these stupid reality shows. Either National Geographic or the History Channel, saying that the Ark of the Covenant actually does look quite similar to the one from Indiana Jones. He might have been full of shit. He even was wearing a fedora like Indiana Jones, which kind of seemed a little bit ridiculous. Where the fuck is that battery? Is it in one of these boxes? This game's somewhat puzzle-like, as you may or may not have noticed.
He took the battery.
I need a battery. Yes, it looks like he did. Now where is the battery? There's some guns. Guns. I'd love to play a RoboCop game that was new and not based on the movie that just came out. That would make me happy. And if it was as violent as the movie. This door is locked. Of course it is. Because that would be the most logical way to go. There's some fabric physics for you. I mean, this is... I wouldn't say it's a early PlayStation 2 game, but it's definitely not late in its life cycle. Already found the Ark of the Covenant, and I don't care. I really don't want to spend a whole video looking for a damn battery. I'm really downplaying this game. It's actually quite fun once you get the hang of where everything is. And that just looks like a wall texture. This game reminds me a lot of a mixture of Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb and Return to Castle Wolfenstein. What? No party? I guess I'll make one. I should have took some of the blood. I don't look too bad off, so it appears that I'm on the right floor. She moans like she's having an orgasm while she's taking the blood. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. There's some move you can do. Or I think she does like a weird kick deal. And I, of course, forgot how to do it. Because I apparently have issues. Sometimes these early PlayStation games like don't give you a button layout, which I think is ridiculous, honestly. I think every game should have a button layout. Those are some cool goggles. I feel dumb if it was that easy to get to. I was watching Escape the Gaming, and Dean keeps on showing Return to Wolfenstein, and he keeps on showing the PlayStation 2 version of Return to Wolfenstein. Oh shit, where'd you guys come from? The elevator? And he said he thinks it looks better than the Xbox version, and I don't know. It has extra levels in it, I do know that, but I've played considerable amount of time of both games, and I think the Xbox version is closer to the PC version, where the console version was kind of they really worked hard on the PlayStation 2 version because they didn't really think that it could be done fairly well. Like the PlayStation 2 version, or the PlayStation 2 in general, wasn't really known to run games that ran on the Quake 3 Arena engine, which most games ran on at that time. And I don't know if it's just because they played the PlayStation 2 version or what. I think that the 360 version looks better, but even though the PlayStation 2 version, both versions are equally fun, by the way, don't get me wrong. PlayStation 2 version has more levels, but the PlayStation 2's versions are kind of condensed compared to the PC and original Xbox, so you might want to keep that in mind if you plan on getting either one. It depends. Do you want more levels? And the PlayStation 2 version is kind of cool because there's a lot of outdoor levels and stuff, but the levels aren't as big. It's kind of condensed for consoles. The original Xbox is closer to the PC experience, although I think both versions are missing textures and stuff that were on the PC. So I played all three. I own the three. I own the one on the Xbox, but before I had an Xbox, I rented the PlayStation 2 version and several times and had it for a fairly long time. So he's one of those officers I have to kill. That's why he's taking so much bullet damage. When you activate Blood Rage and slice people, it's a little bit gorier. And if you're wondering what that rumbling sound is, that's my PlayStation 2 controller. So you have this list of targets. So each version of the Return to Castle Wolfenstein has its own pros and cons. The PC version looks the best, has more textures. I like the Xbox version personally the best because you can use a controller and it has just about as much as the PC version. And the PlayStation 2 version's cool because of the extra levels, and they actually did an amazing job of converting something that runs on the Unreal 3 engine, which a lot of people didn't think could be done. So when that game came out, before it even came out, they were showing screenshots of it and people couldn't believe what they were able to pull off. It was pretty nuts. It's all a matter of opinion which one you think's better, but if you can find any version of the game and able to play it, I definitely would recommend it. It is great. Dean's right on the Wolfenstein series. The only one I really don't like, which I'll cover at some point, is Wolfenstein 3D. I haven't played the original Wolfenstein a long time ago on the Commodore 64. I guess that wouldn't be on my favorites list either. But I don't like Wolfenstein 3D because it's like a maze and it's impressive for the time. I mean, I have the game. That's why I said I'll cover it eventually. But it's just, everything looks the same on it and it's just very confusing to me. Like, it was a blessing when Doom added floor and ceiling textures and you could be able to figure out where you're going. The only way you could really get a good idea where you were going on the original Wolfenstein 3D was to follow the trail of dead bodies or the plants or any kind of objects or scenery. I don't even know where we're supposed to go. We'll go here first because I saw bad guys. Blow up one of you and take the blood of you. Or one of you assholes. This game's extremely violent. Although I don't know if it has the same impact because the character models are kind of low res, but it's still pretty fun. You just gotta get used to, if you're like used to playing PlayStation 3 or whatever, or the newer systems, or the 360 or whatever, to keep in mind this is an older game, so it's obviously not gonna look nice, but for its time, these games are pretty impressive. Especially the amount of environmental and bodily destruction that's going on. And Bloodrayne 2 amps it up, but it doesn't have, well, it kind of has Nazis, but they're not the same kind of Nazis. Kind of like the way Metro has its, Metro Last Light or Metro 2033 has its own Nazis, but they're really not the actual kind of Nazis. Thank you for opening the door. And I'm gonna stop there. There was enough interruptions in this video. I apologize. Thanks again for watching my channel, and I will catch you on the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.